This book is about my own personal journey to the door of death that I wanted to share with the world. It was 17 years ago, and I suddenly developed a high blood pressure, 300 over 175, and most people would be dead from something like this, and nobody could figure out what was wrong. But everyone thought I was going to die any moment.
That must have been terrifying.
Yes, yes. So this precipitated a terrible experience. Obviously I survived, but that's what the book is about. What happens when you have an unexpected medical catastrophe and medical tests and treatments that are so traumatizing? What happens to people? It's a different experience than having cancer and knowing you're going to die ahead of time and planning for it.
There's no preparation, right? All of a sudden you're told you're on the edge.
Right, right. So it causes people to search for the meaning of their life. And
the big questions, huh?
Yes, the big questions. And I wrote the book in the first person present tense, as though it's actually happening. And I had been a healthcare provider who felt like I had it all, perfect health, traveling all over the world, giving talks and workshops. And suddenly I was in the situation where I was a patient and a nobody, and I was at the mercy of the medical establishment.
Yeah. How do you deal with something like that?
I was lucky that I knew how to do something called mindfulness. And as therapists, as psychologists, we always have to observe ourselves and observe our feelings. So it means standing next to yourself and watching yourself. So I was very aware, very blessed by that, to say, I observed myself being terrified, now what? But it does cause you to question life and meaning of life. And is there God? Is there a God? What is God to you, if you believe in God? And so your spirituality is questioned and dealt with. You find out a lot about yourself. What's really important?
Yeah.
Have I done everything I'm supposed to have done in this life? Is there another life? Is there life after death? And all these questions. Well, right before the surgery, I was all alone in my room, and I suddenly experienced a presence in the room with me, and a great feeling of oneness and love, and my anxiety went away, and I felt close to God. After my surgery, I didn't have that feeling for a long time again. Well, one night I woke up, and suddenly all this information was coming, and I had to get up and write it down, and I spent 2 hours writing it down. And then I went back to bed and went to sleep, and in the morning I thought, what did I write down? And I rushed in to look, and I had this whole model of human behavior, and it was the model of progressive myths. The dream created a model which can be used as a tool. It's not just a form of psychotherapy, it's a tool. But I've been using it to help people in my practice. My myth was that I was in good health. And then suddenly, my myth was shattered, So I had to rebuild that myth and have another myth.
Nancy, who would be drawn to a book like this?
Physicians and nurses and other healthcare providers. And most importantly, people who have gone through similar experiences. And it's about what I learned, what I brought back, and hopefully how to help other people going through similar journeys and those who help them.